Matthew Stafford was the best quarterback in Detroit franchise history. He was drafted in 2009, took those 0-16 Lions into a couple postseason matchups, even 3, but just could not get it over the hump and win a playoff game. That's mainly due to management, not him. And as soon as he was traded over to LA, he was able to do so and prove that he can be a Super Bowl champion and take the LA Rams to the Super Bowl and win it. When you have the surrounding pieces around you, you can do really well, and he did so in 2021. And last year he had some time to miss, unfortunately, due to that injury to his back and concussions, but this year he's been solid. He's back in the Pro Bowl. This is going to be an emotional time. I mean, he spent the majority of his career in Detroit, and he's done everything he could to get Detroit back on the map. Unfortunately, just organizational issues failed him, and he had to find his way out. Now, his counterpart that was traded in that deal to Detroit, Jared Goff, was outcasted. I mean, the first year that you're over in Detroit, you have a winless year for much of the year until early December. You see your former team, with most of your teammates that you played for, unfortunately win a Super Bowl. That is hard to watch. I mean, you were there in that Super Bowl and you couldn't get it done, but immediately after you leave, your team wins without you. It's very, very hurtful. I understand. It's kind of like what DeMar DeRozan probably went through when Toronto won the NBA Finals in 2019. But with Jared Goff, I mean, he has responded. He built something. He's been building something with Dan Campbell. The Detroit Lions have now won their first division title in over 30 years. And what they've been able to do, hosting a playoff game, that's a huge landmark. And I just hope the lights aren't shining too bright, because this is a classic case. Maybe it's the moment too big for such a young team like Detroit. They may be just happy to be here. I don't think so. I think they're really hungry and they want to prove something, but the last time we saw this happen, especially like on Thanksgiving, they fell flat against Green Bay. Now, I'm not saying the same thing's going to happen this time. I'm pretty confident that the Detroit Lions can handle business against a team like LA, but LA is definitely pretty imposing. They have really good receivers. Matthew Stafford gets the ball out quick, and if they're able to do so with this younger defense, they are definitely a team that's very capable of upsetting the Detroit Lions just due to lack of experience. But I'm going to take Detroit in a close game, and it's going to be one of the more exciting games you'll see in Super Wildcard Weekend.